today we're talking specifically about Offerpad. I want to put a disclaimer out here. My wife and I run a real estate team in the greater Houston area. So before we get too into this, please like and subscribe, turn those notifications on for real estate related content across the greater Houston area or across the world. We do serve internationally with our team members. I want to talk about something real quick that's really important. If you sold your house during the pandemic to one of these platforms, this is not for you. You did a great job. You made a lot of money. We're happy for you. The reason why I'm bringing it up now is because we're going to talk about this to the average homeowner right now who might want a guaranteed cash offer. If you've noticed, maybe you've plugged into Opendoor Offerpad recently, those offers have been significantly lower than what they were a few years ago. There's a reason why. Not only did the market shift into a buyer's market, but these companies have lost a crap ton of money. So let's dig into that real quick. In 2022, Offerpad sold 10,000 homes. That's a lot of homes, right? The cost of acquisition was really high though. So let's talk about what happened as the market shifted with that acquisition cost. So the acquisition cost got them into a hole, and then the market shifted and they couldn't sell them as fast as they were buying them. So in Q4 alone, Offerpad actually lost $121 million. It's a lot of money. It's holding costs, buying real estate at a higher price than what they could sell it for. And so recently an article came out that said Offerpad is hemorrhaging money. We've been seeing this, Zillow said the same thing, Opendoor's doing the same thing. All of these companies have said, hey, we've lost a ton of money, so we're gonna scale back our processes and procedures. But why is it important with Offerpad? Offerpad was one of the more mainstreams still alive after Zillow got out of the game. Zillow said, hey, we're not gonna buy any more homes. Offerpad and Opendoor said, fine, we'll still do it. We're gonna cooperate with brokers and we're gonna get as much home inventory as we can to scoop it off the market and to get resold and make this experience great for the consumer. Well, the problem is they couldn't actually resell it for the price, anything higher than what they purchased it for. So to give you an example, on each home that they bought and sold in 2021, this is mid-pandemic, they made $29,000 in profit per home on average. That's incredible. That's great money. The average home flipper might not even make that on their first flip if they don't do it right. But when we come to Q4, as the market shifted, they were losing $24,100 on average per home. Now, why is this important for anyone looking in? Is the market shifting? Is it crashing? Is it correcting itself? It's not crashing, it's definitely correcting itself. And these iBuyers came in and bought these homes at an insane rate. They bought them so high that you were like, I have to take that deal instead of listing on the open market because it's guaranteed cash. And they went and resold it. But the past 9 months or so, as the market went back to a buyer's market, it made it incredibly difficult for these companies to make a profit. So as a home seller, you should be looking at this. Yeah, it's a guaranteed cash offer, but it's significantly less. I actually just ran it on my house today, and it was $50,000 less than what I could list my house for as a real estate agent. What am I gonna go with? Do I wanna wait 60 days on the market, 45, 60 days, depending on your market, to wait and see when someone buys your home? Or do you wanna take that cash offer and take a lot of equity that you're unlocking there out of it? It's a question you have to ask yourself. But Opendoor, Offerpad, all of these big companies, they're doing layoffs. Offerpad just said, hey, we're gonna lay off a bunch of people. They didn't say how much, but it's a pretty big amount, because what they did is they got really busy over the past couple of years, and then they continued to buy homes, continued to sell them, said, hey, we're gonna expand, we're gonna go in different markets, and then they got caught with the issue of, hey, the inventory is sitting longer, we can't move it for as much, we can't sell it fast enough, so we have sitting inventory. So this year is gonna be a little bit different for the big companies, the big titans like we talked about. Offerpad is expected to sell anywhere from 1,300 to 1,450 homes this year. That's significantly less than 10,000 just a year ago when they were reporting. What does that mean for you as a consumer? If you're a buyer, you should be looking at these homes. They wanna liquidate these assets. So you can go write an offer that doesn't have to be over asking like it was a couple years ago. You can go write these offers, go convince them, hey, I need to get this house at this price. Chances are, you shoot your shot, they're either gonna negotiate with you or they're gonna just flat out say yes. I've seen it happen, we've done it on multiple properties, even during the pandemic. But beware, because a lot of these properties that people have sold cash just to get out of it really quick, normally have some maintenance that needs to be done. We've seen that with a lot of the homes that we've toured for Zillow, Opendoor, Offerpad. They have a lot of things wrong with them. That's why people sold them cash. So it's just something to consider as a consumer when you're going out there and you want to take, your friends or family to go look at a house that you want to buy. bring an agent with you. We'll tell you what's going on. We'll be able to see things that maybe you won't. And if it's the house that you want to buy, we'll make sure that we get you the correct repairs done or negotiated concessions to help with that. The last thing that I kind of want to unpack here is that these companies are operating at a loss right now. That doesn't mean that the real estate market is crashing. What that means is that a lot of these companies got really greedy. They got really in over their heads, hence why Zillow got out of the game, which you can see in one of our previous videos. Hence why Opendoor scaled back, hence why Offerpad is scaling back. This does not mean the market is crashing. The market has corrected itself. Homes sit on the market 45 plus days, but if it's in the right neighborhood, right school district, maybe it has a pool, that's really big in Texas, maybe not in one of those colder states, looking at you, New York. But if it has some desirable features, it can go pretty fast. We're seeing multiple offers again in certain markets on $200,000 to $300,000 homes, which is kind of your starter price point, at least in the greater Houston area. We're seeing change, stabilization, which is what we want. We want a healthy medium, and we want the skill set of the agents educating their buyers, getting out there, educating your sellers as well on what the best negotiation tactics are, what things you should fix prior to selling, etc. You're gonna see things pretty normal, pretty balanced, pretty fair. What we're not gonna see anymore is these companies buying these homes in mass. What does that mean for the average investor or the first-time homeowner? This is the time to go buy property because interest rates are still fairly high. They're lowering, but they're still fairly high as opposed to the pandemic, not pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic was mid-fives and everybody kind of seemed okay with it. So what ended up happening was people got out. So if you are a buyer, you're a first-time investor, first-time homeowner, let's take a look at some of these homes that maybe these companies want to get rid of. Let's see if we can negotiate some repairs or some concessions to take care of some of the things we're worried about. I think it's really important to look at these specific homes by Offerpad, Opendoor. Zillow has really liquidated everything, so there's not a lot of Zillow homes out there. If there are in your market, great. I'd recommend taking a look, but realistically, you're not going to see them as much anymore. They're all pretty much sold. So let's go take a look at these properties. Let's go see what we can get you a good deal on one of these properties, especially if you're an institutional investor. I think that you should definitely take a look at these properties. We work with investors all the time that are making offers and getting well below asking for some of these properties so that way they can get in and start cash flowing and they'll refinance once the rates go down again. It's not as bad as we think. We knew this was gonna happen. These big companies, in reality, they were gonna correct themselves. It was just a matter of time. For me as a real estate team leader, it's my job to educate my clients. This is the potential of buying this house. What's gonna be behind the door. This is why we get inspections and things like that. So my recommendation to you is get back out there and start looking at some of these homes from Opendoor, Offerpad, and if you still have Zillow homes in your market, you're probably gonna find a good deal there, and you might be able to find something that doesn't have a lot of issues. If you need any help in the greater Houston real estate kind of market, need help with buying or selling, we're your team. Selling Go Snyder Group is at your service. If you need help internationally, we have partners all across the globe that can help you. We'd be happy to help you. If you want to talk to us about how much your home could sell for instead of sending it to one of these iBuyer companies, or you want to talk about what purchasing a home would look like, our contact information is below. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks.